Good evening, bipeds. Hey, Stephen Sashen, co-founder and Chief Barefoot Officer of Xero Shoes. And this is a live event to talk about our brand new Spring 25 products that are on sale for 20% off. By the way, you don't need to listen to a word I'm having to say, You can just go to xeroshoes.eu if you're in the EU. If you're in the UK, xeroshoes.co.uk. And if you're anywhere else, xeroshoes.com. And you'll see right on the homepage a link that'll take you and show you all of the products that I'm about to show you for the spring of 25, and they are 20% off through the sale, which runs, I think, through March 4th. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure that's right. And don't, by the way, wait until the end because the prices aren't going to change. And we are undeniably, like we do almost every time, going to run out of some style, some sizes, some colors, possibly even entire styles. So if you see something you like, you just want to go in and grab it because it may be gone if you wait. So before I jump in and show you the new products, let me explain a little bit about what makes Xero Shoes so special, why we have people who say our shoes have been life-changing, not just because of the comfort, because of the benefits they have gotten from letting their feet do what's natural, which lets your body do the same. That's the gist of what we're talking about. So let me talk about that really, really quickly, and then I'll show you the new products. Here's a quick one. Many people don't know that a quarter of the bones and joints of your entire body are in your feet and ankles. That's so they can bend and move, and that's for balance, agility, and mobility. If you don't let them do that job, that function tries unsuccessfully to move up into your ankle, your knee, your hip, and your back. Those joints aren't wired for that. And that can cause a bunch of problems. Second point, you have more nerve endings in the soles of your feet, over 200,000 of them, more nerves than you have in your, other than your fingertips and your lips. And that's so your brain knows what you're stepping on or stepping in, so it can help you move effectively, efficiently, maybe most importantly, enjoyably over whatever terrain you happen to be on. And most importantly, when you put all that together, the goal that we have here is to let your feet do their job so the rest of your body can do its job. And the way we do that, I'm going to show this off with one of the new shoes that we're launching for the spring. Is the Dylan canvas. So we do that with a couple of things. First, a wider foot-shaped toe box so your toes can spread and splay and do what's natural. I mean, you don't do push-ups like this. That doesn't make sense. You do them like this because that gives you better force production, better strength, better balance, everything you need. Same idea here. Let your toes be free. I like to say free toes with every purchase. Also, we are low to the ground for balance and agility. We don't elevate your heel because that messes with your posture. You have to then lean back just a little bit. That can put a strain on your knees, your hips, and your back. We don't have a thing called toe spring. That means the front of the shoe is raised up and can't get flat. That puts a strain on the tendons in your toes and impacts your gait in a bad way as well. What else can I tell you? The soles of our shoes are designed to give you traction and protection, of course, but also that ground feeling that your brain is looking for to help you move effectively, efficiently, and enjoyably. And we make these things extra durable. Our soles use our Feel True rubber, and they are backed with a 5,000-mile sole warranty. I was going to say last but not least, but I'm going to say one other thing before that. Our shoes also, almost every one of them, has a removable 2mm, 3mm sock liner or insole. You can keep it in if you want a little extra protection, take it out if you want a more barefoot feel. And last but not least, we make Xero shoes lighter than things that you've worn. You might forget you're even wearing them. Literally, we've had people go to bed still wearing their Xero shoes because they forgot they had them on. Okay, so that's what we do. By the way, I mentioned this is a live event. So if you have questions or comments, you can throw them in below. I will see them over there on my screen and I will answer them. And if you're not watching this live, that's cool too. You can put in your questions and comments and somebody from our customer happiness team will respond to you. Okay, so we have hiking products. We got 4 of those. And then we have casual stuff for adults and kids. So I want to show you the hiking stuff. But before I show them to you, I want to give you the overarching thing that we've done. The biggest thing is we have made everything better, starting with the sole. So this is a new outsole design that we have, and I'm going to show it in comparison to one of our previous. Here's the Excursion Fusion. This is the Scrambler Trail Mid Waterproof. So here's the Excursion Fusion. You can see it's got, a handful of little chevrons to give you a great grip and traction, but we put in even more of them. And so that way you have more things that can catch that ground if you're walking on something that needs a little extra traction, if it's a little crumbly or whatever. And you can see the kind of little chevrons in between so that you have even more protection from things that might get in your shoes or in your sole, or you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, more grip, more protection. Also, we've rounded out the edges. So this is inspired by a lot of feedback that we've gotten. So you can see that all the edges, instead of being kind of squared off, are more rounded. That'll give you a more natural gait as well. And last but not least, when it comes to the sole, we've actually made it grippier. We've changed what's the word I'm looking for? The recipe. There, that'll work. We changed the recipe for our Field True rubber to make it a little softer and a little bit grippier. And that's on all of the trail shoes that I'm about to show you. So let's jump in and do that. First things first, if you're familiar with our Daylight Hiker, that was the first boot that we made. This thing is the upgrade to that, and this is the Scrambler Trail Mid. This is a not waterproof shoe. This one's really made for those warmer days when you want something breathable, but also nice and rugged. In fact, all of the hiking boots that I'm going to show you have become extra rugged because we're using welded components so that there's not stuff that might get caught, and more protective. We're using really, really durable ripstop material on the upper for the Daylight Hiker upgrade, the Scrambler Trail Mid. Nice and breathable too, so it'll keep you cool on those warmer days. Got a gator hook. If you don't know what a gator is, it's like a tent that you put around your calf and it goes over the shoe and you can hook it in right there. It's got a nice padded collar, and then these welded sections are these around the collar as well for extra protection there. We've improved the speed lace hooks that go right there, so they're more durable, they're more rugged, and they're easier to get on and off. And of course, super, super flexible in every direction and lighter as well. So the Scrambler Trail Mid. And now let's see if you're looking for a waterproof version because you're in somewhere waterproof. Yeah, here it is. Here's the Scrambler Trail Mid WP for waterproof. One other feature that I forgot to mention is the improved mud guard, which is this section right on here on all of these trail boots. Just again to keep your feet cleaner, drier, et cetera, et cetera. And by the way, back to the tread design, we've actually made this so that less stuff can get caught in between as you're out on your favorite trail. So Peter asked, even though this one's not waterproof, do I think rain might come off of it? I don't know. It's definitely a tight weave, but I wouldn't bank on it being waterproof. That's why we make the waterproof version. So it's not going to get, soaking. Well, look, it depends on what you do. If you step in a stream, it's going to get wet. But otherwise, it should be better. On the waterproof versions, another thing that we've done, it's really hard to see. We've improved the gusset, which is basically the material that joins the tongue to the outsole, or the rest of the tongue to the upper, so that you have more room for that waterproofness. By the way, the waterproof goes up to right about here. Obviously, if you step in something that's over that, gravity does what it does, and you can get water in there. So be attentive to where that water line is. But here we get a super, super abrasion resistant upper with our Xerotex waterproof membrane, something we developed that is really, really good, better than what we'd used in the past. Again, another upgrade. Again, welded components, padded collar, rounded heel. By the way, this layer right here in the middle, it looks like we've made the outsole thicker. It's kind of a fake out. We've actually just wrapped it around the shoe so you can see this is our trail foam layer. That's the thing that takes out those bumps when you're out and about. And we've kind of added that to all of the trail boots, the whole Scrambler family. So you'll notice we have a bunch of Scrambler products. We have the Scrambler Trail, and then we have just the original Scrambler, pardon me, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay, now, by the way, the Scrambler Trail Mid Waterproof is basically the upgrade to what was our Excursion Fusion. So we've just made that product way better, a little bit lighter, more durable, better for everything. Okay, let's see. Speaking of which, I didn't do this one. All right. Now, if you like that whole idea of a waterproof product, but you don't need that ankle protection, that's cool. Here's the Scrambler Trail Low Waterproof. And so same idea, just in a low top instead of a high top. And maybe you can see the gusset in here a little better. Kind of hard to see. It's right in there. It's right there. So give you a nice waterproof feeling. So the answer, Peter, is probably right. I mean, with the even more durable upper material, it probably won't, soak the way that that some people expect. Last but not least, in the trail series is actually the original Scrambler, and this is our highest performing, oh boy. This shoe was tricky to make. We did it in parallel or with the help from Michelin. There we go, Michelin, the people who make tires for your car and your bike. In fact, the tread that we use on this Scrambler Low EV for Evolution is inspired by Michelin's mountain bike tires. It's a fiber light technology, which means in the middle of this rubber layer, the darker one here, there's a fiber, think like Kevlar, but not actually Kevlar, that makes it super, super lightweight, super, super flexible, super, super durable, and super, super strong. I'm going to say super, super as many times as I can. Again, Gator Hook, this is basically the lightest trail running shoe that you can possibly get your feet in. And so one distinction I want to make, by the way, when we think about our Mesa Trail, both the regular and the waterproof, those are trail runners, as are the high-end, the regular Scrambler. The Scrambler Trail series, that's kind of that mid-tier when you're looking for something really functional, but not as high performance as this. The materials that we use across the board, from the toe cap to the mud guard to the welding to the laces even, and the liner that we use, on the Scrambler series, both the low and the mid, the reviews that we're getting on this shoe are one of the best things that you can ever put on your feet if you're going for a trail run. So that's the Scrambler series. All right, let's move on to the casual stuff. Since I already showed it to you, I'm going to show you this one again. The Dylan is one of our best-selling casual shoes, and it comes in two styles already. The original knit, super, super comfy, and leather when you want something a little more classy. Well, now we've also added a canvas. So this is BCI certified canvas. That means it's made so that the environment and the people working on working to get the cotton are treated as well as humanly possible. I don't know if you can treat the land humanly possible, but you get the idea. And this is just a natural cotton canvas with a super silky smooth lining. And again, like I showed you, that removable insole or sock liner to give you a more or less barefoot feel if you keep it in or take it out, and a gum rubber sole with the tread that we've used on many of our products. Pardon me. With the gum rubber, it's going to be even more grippy. I forgot to show you before, one of the other features about Xero Shoes, super, super flexible, so that your feet can actually bend and move the way they're supposed to. Of course, your feet will never do this. If they do, that's a really bad sign. But the point is, your feet can do whatever they need to do. Really lightweight, really comfortable. Because of its cotton canvas, it's going to mold to your foot, and you're going to love what you can do with this style, the Dylan canvas. Okay. Now on to our next, let's see, which one? Oh, I'm going to stay in the Dylan family. We've been doing things in families. And speaking of families, we have a version of the Dylan now for your bigger kids. So here is the Dylan Knit Kids, or Big Kids. And same idea as our original Dylan Knit, that is really comfy, really, really just a delightful product to wear. But we've added one little thing for kids, this toe cap that isn't on the original Dylan, but we know how kids can, beat up a shoe. So we made some extra protection there. And we're including two things: the elastic laces, boink, boink, boink. So this is easy on and easy off, but also regular laces. If you want to teach your kids how to tie a shoe, you can just swap those out. Okay. So Dylan for big kids, you'll find that. I think this might not be, oh gosh, if you go to the EU site or the UK site, it might not be on one of those, but I can't remember which. My apologies for not remembering. All right. One last one. Now, we've made a couple of shoes. Even though Xero Shoes has only been around for 15 years, we made a few shoes that are nice retro style shoes. The Kelso is one of them. The Ridgeway is one of them. We have a handful of things that have just that look that, brings you back in time. And this is one of those. This is the Win, a casual sneaker. I know people are going to go and do almost everything in it, but nylon upper, protective toe cap. This is, now it is actually sewn on pieces. These are some suede accents, and it looks like there's some weird lace thing, but it's actually that we just include two laces. So if you want the white lace, you can have the white lace. If you want to swap it out for the red, white, and blue, you can swap that out as well. So you don't need to wear tube socks with this, but that was when I first saw a shoe like this, that's what I was wearing. But you can see nice grippy tread. It's brand new for this shoe. Our bare foam layer. So normally we'll have the Feel True rubber be a little bit thicker, and we'll have a thinner bare foam layer. Now for that retro look, we've made the thinner Feel True rubber layer and the slightly thicker bare foam layer to give you that really, really comfortable ride. Oh my gosh. All right. Those are all of the shoes. I'm going to show them all again in just a sec, but just a reminder, 20% off between now and the end of the sale in just about 2 weeks. Do not wait to the end to see if the prices change, because they won't. And we are going to run out of some colors, some sizes, probably even a style or two. So don't wait to the very end to see what happens. If you're in the EU, go to xeroshoes.eu. If you're in the UK, xeroshoes.co.uk. If you're anywhere else, go to xeroshoes.com. And again, just to show you in the Scrambler series, the Scrambler Trail Mid, not waterproof, The waterproof, the Scrambler Trail Low, WP for waterproof. The mid version of that same shoe with our Zero Text waterproofness. Our high performing Scrambler Low EV, the evolution of the original Scrambler Low. And then on the casual side, again, the Dylan Canvas. I'll show it again. The Wynn, WYNN, our retro sneaker, and the Dylan knit for big kids with the elastic laces and the regular laces if you want to teach your kids how to do that. Okay, that's all the news that's fit to print. We're super excited about these products. Most importantly, Lena and I and the entire Xero Shoes team in the US and in Europe could not be more grateful for all the support you've given us over the years. We never, it's crazy when I say it, we've been doing this now for almost 15 and a half years. Never imagined that would happen. Never imagined that we would help over 2 million people discover the fun and benefits of natural movement, to actually feel what you've been missing: natural comfort, performance, and health. And we can't wait to have you try on these new shoes for spring of 25, slip them onto your feet, make that same discovery about natural comfort, performance, and health, but most importantly, to go out and have fun and live life feet first. Can't wait to hear what happens when you do.